Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The decks and dice I'm using, that's going to be listed below. Of course, if you're interested in a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's also below, same email. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into the reading you chose. Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Leo? That was we just had to be very, specific almost to getting it where it needed to go. Why is this so lined up perfectly? Leo to me is very spontaneous. This reminds me of Sag's energy a little bit. Because theirs was very lined up too. And I'm like, what is going on? Y'all are typically, you got a lot of success, but you're all over the place. And that's kind of like the secret to your success. You do what you want when you want. And that's how it works. There's 2 more cards? Okay, fine. You're bringing the life into this situation. You definitely bring the life into this situation. It feels to me that it's very... I feel like that's why this... Okay. If I can focus. It feels very... this is what it is. It's got all its angles, and this is how it goes, and that goes here, and this goes here, and this goes here. It's very regimented or very defined, and this is how it works, and this is how it works every time. It could easily get boring. Easily. But there's a lot of structure here that I'm thinking if you've stayed a part of this situation, it serves you for some reason or other. There's a reason you're still with it. There's a reason. Probably a really good reason. And I do feel like this is a situation socially that you get along, you fit, you get along. Am I making that too simple? It's not letting go, so it's am I making it too simple? No, it's good. Does everything work out great? I don't know about that, but you make the best of it, and it's kind of oh, that didn't work right. All right, let's get in there and do something. Well, this isn't working out right. That's all right. Let's get in there and do something. Even though the situation is very structured and regimented, it doesn't always work the way it's supposed to, which might be why you stick with it, because it's kind of when it goes a little wonky, you fix the wonk. And you take care of the wonkiness. That might be part of how you keep up with it, how it keeps you connected. It means a lot to you. And I feel like when it gets a little stale, I just try to get around it. I try not to let it get to me. Because it doesn't stay stale for long. Really. There's always something to fix, and you do what you got to do. Even though the situation is very defined and very regimented, they do need somebody to be able to, switch around and do what needs to be done at the drop of a hat, and it seems to work for you. You found your place in the situation, and it works for you. Okay. What is this? Why are we going to this one next? Okay, we'll find out. Now, a lot of cards are neither good nor bad. It's the energy coming off of them. I'm saying that because this one, the dice that's backing it up is telling me this isn't so good. This energy can talk about Scorpio energy. Anybody in the world, the astrological sign does not determine whether somebody's a good person or bad person. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with that. It's the energy. And the person, the essence of who that person is, can take that energy to a good place or a not so good place. Because like sometimes I've heard people complain about certain signs, and then it's like you realize, well, they're that sign. Well, yeah, you're not going to get along with that sign, but it doesn't mean that sign is bad. Vice versa, you know. I'm just saying. The point I'm getting here is whoever this is taking whatever these tendencies are, and they're taking it to a place that's not so good. They're making bad decisions, they're doubling down on those decisions, and then they're just acting like they never made the decision. It's something like that. It's kind of like, bad decision. Yeah, I did that. I don't know what you're talking about. What decision? That's how this feels. Leo, are you making things up? How did that happen? What are you talking about? I've never even seen the light of day. How would I even know what the light of day is? What are you talking about? It's kind of like, oh, okay. Right. This is a troublemaker energy. This isn't serving you in any sense. This isn't something you really care for, but maybe it's something that is kind of like, I just keep feeling like I'm looking at it like, I hope that's not as bad as I think it is. I feel like it's one of those things, like, I hope they're not as bad as I think they are. I hope there's some hope there. I'm like, I hope it's not as bad as it looks. One of those things. People keep coming to you to fix the problem with that person. Take that with a grain of salt. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. I don't know why I'm offended, but I'm offended. I'm like offended. I'm just like, what? When did I become a cleanup crew? Like, I don't know. Does that even make sense? Because they won't... You are the one that can handle them. They will back down from you. Other people keep coming to you to fix this because this energy will back down from you. It doesn't back down from many people. I do feel a little offended. I'm not sure why. So, like, if it was a business situation, let's say you're a worker person, and then this person you're dealing with is like a manager, and then the other managers are looking for you to, like, well, make Leo a manager too then. Like, I feel like that would offend me. Kind of like, I don't get to pay y'all, get to paid, and you want me... Yeah, okay. I feel like that's why. If there's an offensive... If that's there, I feel like it's something like that. Like, you know... I'm head bottle washer, but y'all are... Really? Okay. Take it with a grain of salt. Because you do what you have to do, mostly because this energy does get under your skin a little bit. I don't feel like I plan to deal with them. They're there and they do something, and I'm like, nope. And you just do what you got to do. It seems like it's just an ever-going thing, too, and I just keep putting things back where they're supposed to go. And this energy doesn't challenge you. Well, this energy doesn't hold up long. If they come face to face with you, they don't hold their energy long against you. They're just like, ugh, and they just kind of let it go. Then they act like they never did anything. This energy is going to become more of a problem. I feel like that's the whole point of this reading, if this is hitting. They're going forward to a different situation, but they're going to become more of a problem. I think they're working through somebody else. There's a change coming with this energy. And it's going from the Death card to the Page of Swords, which is ironic because it's kind of like... Leo energy is like a king or a queen, like the leader, king, queen energy, like up at the top. this energy, the page, that can't hold against a king or queen. But this person, whoever you're dealing with, is working through other people and bringing other people in and influencing other people to hold the line and to do their dirty work. It is just pointless anyway, but that's its own story. They're bringing other people in to do their dirty work somehow, influencing, convincing, whatever you want to say. That's coming down the line. That becomes a whole different ballgame. Even though the situation stays fairly stable, when it goes into this situation, when it goes into this next level, I feel like I have to find a different way to handle this. Well, you don't have to do anything. I feel like it would be helpful to find a different way because it's all over the place after a while. It goes into a new level of stress with this Knight of Swords, a new level of stress, because it's not just about calling people out. It's about that's not supposed to work that way. That's dangerous. Like, I almost feel like every now and then I'm like, that's dangerous. We can't, no, that's not right. And I feel like there's so many different places that things are going wrong now. It's not just trailing after this one person. It's trying to catch up with all these other people who are listening to the bad egg. The bad egg. We'll call him the bad egg. It's like we have 3 or 4 different people going through this other person's saying, do it this way. And they're all, it's kind of like, yeah, you're Leo and you're quite dynamic, but you're not looking to spend your whole day fixing everything. You have other things you need to do. Quite dynamic, but like, come on, there's a limit, right? This situation is not something you can fix. This is one of those things where Leo usually fixes it themselves, but I feel like this is one of those things where I have to like get other people involved if this is going to start shaping up the way it should. Because there's too many people to chase after. It's ridiculous. It's flat out ridiculous is what I'm getting. And I don't feel like there's any choice to really get a positive resolution. If you keep trying to do it on your own, it's going to drive you mad and it's not going to correct. That's an option. You got to do what you feel is right. Because and I feel like I have to start stepping back. That's another level of this. I have to let some things start failing, which I don't like. Whatever this is, I feel like I really don't like that. I have to let things start failing. I have to stop fixing things. I have to get other people involved, and I have to stop fixing things if I want things to go better, if I want the situation to correct. You don't have to do anything, clearly, but like as an option. Whatever's going on here, I don't care for it. It's going to take a while. Things have to restabilize. I don't know who this person is, but they seem to have, like, they remind me of a cat with 9 lives. They get away with stuff they shouldn't get away with. And I feel like it bothers me. But the situation will restabilize. Other people will take care of things. That person who told these other people, do this, do that, I never said that. I feel like we're playing that game. I never said that. I don't know why they did that. And they'll all be saying, but, well, the death card told us to do it. I don't remember ever saying that. I wouldn't say that. That makes no sense. That's going on. There's more coming out after. This situation, other people have to be held accountable for not policing it. And I feel like you might adapt your role, whatever this is, be it family, work, whatever you got going on. You might need to adapt your role and accept that, you know, some of these problems I don't get paid enough to fix, or some of these problems I don't live in that house. So if that's how they want it, then that's on them. I know it's not right, but that's going to be something that they have to deal with. And start enjoying the situation more for what you do, and let other people just, like, if that's how they want to live, let them live that way. Whatever this is, you keep picking up the pieces, and it makes sense, but I feel like they're ultimately saying, after a while, if this situation is going to evolve in a positive way, you not picking up the pieces will bring that forward. I think we're there. That was an interesting ending. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.